Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I got a game of Headquarters on Strike, one of the new Resurgence Map Pack maps. I guess it's not really new. It's from Call of Duty 4. But anyway, it may be new to a lot of you guys, so I might be talking about stuff that is a little redundant if you've played Call of Duty 4 a lot. So just bear with me because a lot of people are actually new to Strike, are new to Modern Warfare, are new to the Call of Duty series via Modern Warfare or even World at War. So like I said, just bear with me. So anyway, Strike is one of the greatest maps from Call of Duty 4, and it was considered a fairly large map in Call of Duty 4, and that will definitely not be the case in Modern Warfare 2, as you guys have already probably been able to tell with Call of Duty with Crash and even Overgrown. And I think this map is, well, I know it is extremely balanced. There was actually a Major League Gaming map, and there was only, I believe, 5 or 6, if my memory serves me right. So, you know, it had to be pretty good. Right there, you just saw me run through a doorway, which is one of the changes that Robert Bowling explained would be a huge difference in this game, would cause you to play the maps differently, and would cause, you know, or would give you a way to play the maps more tactically, I guess. I don't know exactly how he phrased it, but I want to say that he's wrong, and that I definitely think that those two additions, or I guess you could say subtractions if you really want to, from Strike and Vacant were just kind of last minute random things to just kind of say, oh hey, yeah, these aren't the same maps, we changed the colors, and we changed a little bit of the scenery. So I guess, you know, that's what he wants to do, whatever. Yeah, I don't think it really affects the maps positively or negatively. I think it just, you know, changes them. So, you know, make your own decision, whatever, if you like it or don't like it. So anyway, there was one question I want to ask you guys to actually, you know, leave a comment, tell me what you think, because I myself am torn about this. But in my honest opinion, I don't see. Like I said, I'm torn on this. I'm not sure which way I want to sway with this. So you tell me what you like. Do you like the way the maps are now, Strike and Vacant, or do you like the way they were in Call of Duty 4? Now, obviously, they did, you know, beef up the graphics a little bit. They did beef up it to, like, you know, Modern Warfare 2 game engine standards. But I don't know if I really like, you know, the way they changed all the little details, you know, like they changed. First of all, they changed the time of day. Now there's a ton more shadows. I guess it's like more in the evening, not so much, you know, broad daylight. And there's a ton of shadows on this map. A lot of the colors are changed. Like a lot of the colors are changed more so than on Overgrown or Crash, from, you know, what I've seen so far. And the same thing goes for Vacant. I think that they were just, you know, these two maps, they just wanted to make them seem as different as possible, while also, you know, being able to do as little work possible. You know, by rehashing them, bringing them into Modern Warfare 2. So, you know, if you think that, you know, they looked better the way they were before, if you would have just like, you know, a graphics update, then, you know, say that. Or if you like the way they are now, then, you know, go ahead, tell me what you think. I'm not going to be talking about gameplay, even though this is some really, really sick gameplay. Guys, I've only played the game for less than 30 minutes. I've probably played about 5 games, and I got this one. Final score, as you can tell from the title, 51-3, so not that bad. But, you know, I'm not bragging. I'm just, fucking A, I got to move on. So, Strike, you heard my opinions about it. Vacant, basically, same opinion. It's a great map from Call of Duty 4. It's going to be really, really small for Modern Warfare 2 standards. AC-130 plus Vacant plus outside spawn fail. And, you know, the backdoor change was very insignificant. So, you know, that's my total wrap-up for the 2 rehashed maps from Call of Duty 4. Alright, so Carnival. Alright, this map is very, very visually appealing. And I'm sure I'm going to get haters for what I'm about to say, but I don't like the map. I just think that, you know, it's got a lot of these buildings where, you know, generally the low caliber players will be able to sit up on top of and, you know, just kind of peek out from, you know, all these different corners and kill people with their assault rifles. And I'm not saying assault rifles are bad. I'm just saying, if you play Carnival, it is so hard to spot people's heads and whatnot. They blend in so well. I mean, fuck ghillie suits. Play on Carnival. Try playing on Carnival. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't stand out compared to, you know, the bright orange and, you know, the weird hue, the weird time of day, the shadows and whatnot. It all makes your body blend in if you're taken behind any cover. I mean, including stealth clowns for that matter. I mean, It's really hard to spot people, across the map. Almost impossible on Carnival, even though it's not that big, which is really disappointing. It makes it really, really easy to camp on, and I don't know. So make your own decisions. Tell me what you think about the maps as a whole. I'm open. Like I said, only playing it for 30 minutes. My opinion could completely change. Fuel, I've barely played. I've only played the game for about 30, 45 minutes. But Fuel, I joined one game and it ended almost immediately. And I don't know. From what I could tell, it seemed really big for like the minute and a half that I played on it. It did seem really big. I liked the visuals on it. I liked what I saw. I think the bigger the map, the more tactical and more fun to play. I think that really, really small maps are great and fun and, awesome for like raping shit out of people with submachine guns. Especially in respawn game types. But I think that, the bigger maps add a much more, like I said, tactical aspect to the game. And I think that tactical aspects of games are really, really interesting to me. That's what I like to see in games. Like I said, I really enjoy Search and Destroy, and I sure as hell cannot wait to play Search and Destroy on Fuel. So the last map out of the 3 new maps is Trailer Park, and I actually heard rumors that this was going to be smaller than Rust, and it's not. It only has 1 level, so I guess maybe it's like around the same surface area that you can walk on as Rust, but overall it does seem like a bigger map, completely dominated by knifers. Like, you can honestly, if you just panic and you just hit the knife button, then you're automatically going to win like 90% of your encounters. I've already run into people who have come to the conclusion that laying down with Akimbo Rangers in the bottom of any trailer is the way to win, or the way to build up a kill streak. And they are right. It is the way to build up a kill streak, but it's also completely, being a faggot. Fortunately, the smaller the map, the harder it is for people to use the one-man army danger close grenade launcher setup, and that's really good because you would think like if it was possible to use that setup easily on a small map, then it would dominate because the explosive radius is so big and the map's so small, it would just kind of annihilate people. But luckily, because it's so close quarters and because it has almost no difference in the terrain, like how the altitude of the terrain, which makes it a lot harder to shoot grenade launchers at things, makes it fairly, I want to say balanced, but I don't know. I mean, it doesn't allow for people to use the grenade launcher setup, which is great, but I don't know about balance quite yet. But I don't know. It's a fun map to play overall. I guess the map pack as a whole, I'd give it the actual maps and the gameplay, I'd say 7 out of 10. I'd say if you include the price and how little work they actually probably had to put into the maps, the rehashes, and how unbalanced some of the maps are, I'd probably give it like a 5 out of 10. So probably average out to be like a 6 out of 10. Just my personal opinion, guys. If you love the map pack, that's great, fine and dandy. I think that if you enjoy this, more power to you, because if you're enjoying this more than me and we both pay the same amount of money, then you are obviously getting more out of this game than me. So I envy you, honestly. But I'm not trying to be negative. I think that the map pack is great. I'm glad I bought it. I'm definitely not going to say, I wish I never spent my Microsoft points, because that wouldn't be true. So see you guys later. Final score of 51.